watching my What's Sold show, where I show you everything that I have going out the door today that has sold on 4 of the platforms that I list on. I list on eBay, Poshmark, Facebook, and Mercari, and today I have sales going out on eBay, and that's it. Now, my goal is to get 20 new items listed a day, and my kids photograph all of my listings, so which is really nice. That's a huge benefit. And so my goal is to have 10 sales across all platforms. And I usually don't achieve my goal. But yesterday I came very close. I had 9 sales on eBay. So I was very happy with that, actually. So let's just jump right in, shall we? Okay, the first one, if you have watched my videos, you know that I like to source from online auctions, right? And my husband and I actually have a show where we call it the Pick Up and Coffee Show, and we go to pick up my online auctions, usually into my area at least. The online auction companies have their pickups on Saturday, and so we go on Saturday to do all my pickups, and we usually stop at a coffee shop and maybe a thrift store, whatever. So a lot of my sales come from online auctions, which is awesome because a lot of times your profit margins can be really, really great if you're careful and not caught up in, the emotion of bidding. This is one of those situations where my profit margins were really, really fantastic. So it was a lot of these very strange strength training shoes. So I got 3 pairs. One was basically new, had never been worn. That one has already sold for over $100. So I'm already in the black. I'm already making money. I paid about $5 each pair total. So yeah. And then this just sold yesterday. I had it priced at, I think, $69.99. But the difficulty with these is they're not, there's not a lot of them out there, and so it's difficult to get comps. So I just kind of threw numbers up there, and then someone offered me, I think they offered me 40, I countered, and then they came back with 45. And I was like, you know what, it's sold, because these are huge. They take up a lot of space in my garage, and it's not worth anything to me just sitting in there. So these will be going out the door today. $45. I love it. They're basically strength training shoes for basketball. So I don't know that they make that type of shoe anymore. I don't know. I'm not a basketball person. But $45, super happy to get that out the door. So I just have 1 pair left. And the size of that was size 13. So that was another thing, is how many size 13s are there going to be that need that type of shoe? Yeah. So, okay, moving on. I sold this Martex. This is a queen fitted sheet, and this sold for $20. I love picking up new in the package, vintage anything new in the package, but sheets are so great because they just don't make them like they used to. They really don't. And a lot of it out there right now is that microfiber garbage. Guys, when I tried those sheets, the microfiber ones, like either the corners kept slipping off during the night, or I kept slipping off because they're so slippery. Give me 100% cotton any day of the week, please and thank you. So anyway, this is actually not 100% cotton. It is 50% cotton and 50% polyester. Martex. So vintage anything is the way to go. There's always going to be a buyer for most things. Some things were just never meant to have a long life, and so nobody wants them. As I'm dropping this one. Okay, these used to be a massive bolo. Back in the day when I first started reselling on eBay, you could make a lot of money if you found a recipe box that had handwritten recipes in them. It's not so much anymore. It's still kind of cool, kind of not. This has taken about 2 years to sell, and it sold for $20. So I don't pick these up anymore. So I'm happy to have this go out the door. And actually I sent them I had it priced at $30. So I sent them a $20 offer and they accepted. So this next one was a full price sale, which we love that. This is Osprey Talon 11 backpack from women or men, I'm not sure. Anyway, I picked this up for $10 at Goodwill, and I was actually at my kids' fine arts competition, and what I do, because they're not necessarily local, I have to drive almost an hour away. So what I do is when they're not competing, whenever I have a block of time, I run to wherever the closest thrift store is and hopefully find something. So I went to Goodwill, and they actually had 3 or 4 different hiking backpacks, or these types of backpacks. And so my husband actually kept one of the Ospreys that I found, and then I'm going to keep another. It wasn't Osprey, it was a different kind. And then I sold this one. So $50, it sold full price, $49.99. I was quite happy with that. It's in excellent condition. I really don't think they ever used it. So, and I was quite happy that Goodwill had not marked it up, because, I mean, it's Osprey. And a lot of times they will mark that stuff up. Anyway, $10. Okay, next I sold another vintage postcard, and this sold for $7.50. And this is Canadian, and it says, His Majesty's Northern Subjects, Western Arctic Eskimo Couple. Western native dress is more picturesque than Eastern. The man's parka is caribou skin, and the woman's heavy cloth trimmed with wolverine. So that's what it says there on the back. That's really cool. $7.50. Going out the door today. Okay, next I sold an ornament. Actually, I sold 2 Christmas things. So this is why I list everything year round, because you just never know when somebody's going to want to buy something. Here's a Lenox vintage ornament, and this is it's a wreath, but it's a picture frame, and this sold for $17. So that's pretty cool. I believe I got this in a lot from an online auction. So I would have only paid $1, maybe $2. And then this also came from an online auction. I paid a little bit more. I don't even know how much I paid. I don't know if I want to look. It sold for $7. But this was a fun auction because it was actually a kind of like a hybrid auction. They were doing it live, but online. So you had the live feed, and then you would put in your bids, and it would show up there on their screen. So then you would be included in the bidding. And it was actually a little funny because he would actually call out your name while he's bidding. Like for me, my name is Lori. So he was like, okay, Lori, you know, I can't mimic auctioneer talk. But he would, you know, say, hey, you know, the bid's going up. Are you ready? You want to jump back in? You want to bid more? So anyway, okay, I'm just going to look it up. I'm going to look it up and see how much I paid. I already sold, actually. Okay, here's the deal. Here I am justifying myself. I did not lose money, for sure. I made money on this lot. It was a little bit more than I really should have paid. This says I paid $1. I don't know if I was being nice to myself when I put that in my spreadsheet. Anyway, but $1 into $7, that's fine. I already sold another one, and so I just have one left. There were 3 different new in the box, things like these, like horse carriage sleigh thing for Christmas villages. Sometimes the words don't work. The words don't word. Okay, next Okay, here's, this is Lori's Hall of Shame today. So you know how they always say ugly sells? Sometimes it's just too ugly to sell. That's what these pants were for me. They have sat in my closet, in my store, I don't even know how long. They're so hideous. I think they're handmade. Can you hear them? The paint is sticking to each other. So it's Route 66. Someone, I'm pretty sure this is like done by someone. They painted their pants, their jeans, silver paint. That's weird, right? They did sell for $20, but they've been sitting in my tub for years. And every time I see them, I'm like, oh, I just need to pull them and just throw them away. I can't even burn them because it's flammable. Yeah, they're just way too ugly and horrible. And if you could feel them, it would be so uncomfortable to wear them. And I'm pretty sure when you do wear them, it's gonna start flaking off. It really is. So, but $20, I don't know, maybe she's gonna wear it to a concert or something. I don't know. Okay, the next thing is this realistic tape control center. So the fun thing about this is I was not able to test it because my husband is into vintage audio, but he didn't have anything that he could use to test this with. But he insists that this type of thing, it just works. So the guy sent me an offer of $15 and he said, just a heads up, I have nothing on hand that I could fix this with. So if it doesn't work, I'm going to be returning it. So I looked at my husband and I said, again, sir, are you sure? I didn't say sir. I don't know why I said that. I said, are you sure this will work? He's like, I am 99% sure. See, it's that 1% that worries me. So I'm going to send it out. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to refund him the money and it'll be fine. But this is definitely, this type of thing is something to keep your eye out for, vintage audio components. It's almost a guaranteed sell. And that was why I picked it up. And I don't remember what exactly I paid for it. Let's see. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken that offer. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so today's episode is how not to source for online reselling. I paid $8. So did I make money? Yes. Did I lose money? No. Did I make a lot of money? No, I did not. But it's going out the door, so maybe I shouldn't have looked that up. Now everybody's like, wow, she has no idea what she's doing. She's horrible. Okay, some days I am horrible. That is definitely an example. So, but you know what? And this is funny. I sound like I'm on the defensive, but I'm really not. I don't mind any of this. But when I started my YouTube channel, this is story time with Lori, okay? When I started my YouTube channel, my idea was, okay, I see a lot of resellers out there on YouTube who give their like the best sales of May, the best, you know, my top 10 best sellers in 2023. And I'm not mentioning anybody specific. I'm just throwing, so I'm sorry if I'm referencing an actual title of someone's video. That was completely unintentional. I'm just saying in general, a lot of, we see the hits, whereas we don't have necessarily people showing on the daily what is going out the door. Because if you are a reseller who's been in the business for any length of time, you absolutely have your fair share of stinkers like I did today. It's just a fact of life. We can't know everything when we go outsourcing. And I'll tell you, my strategic thinking for this item was the sell-through rate was absolutely incredible. It was very close to 100%. So my thinking was, if I spend $8 and price it at $20, I'm still making a good profit and I'm getting a quick turnaround in my store, which helps my numbers. Now, at the end of the day, it ended up taking 2 months to sell. So did my strategy work? Probably not so well. But it's kind of a gamble that I have to take. Will I pay $8 again for the same type of item? I don't know, I might. I might, because it might be a different outcome next time, or it might be the same, or it might be worse. So that's just reselling. At the end of the day, there is no university degree you can get for it. It's all trial and error. And it's hoping against hope that that item you are finding in the thrift store or the online auction or the estate sale or the yard sale or the flea market, hoping that that one item is going to catch the eye of some random stranger out there on the internet that is willing to pay your price for it. It's a gamble. Who knows? So that's why this is not for the faint of heart, because you never know from day to day what your sales are going to be. You never know what your profit margin is going to be, if you're going to sell something in a week or if you're going to sell something in 2 years. You know, I mean, you just never know. So obviously you can make educated guesses, but at the end of the day, it's just a guess. So that's my lesson for today to you all, is no one knows everything. That's just the bottom line. We can all guess. But the whole point of my YouTube channel is to show my sales every day, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if I don't post a video on any particular day, it's not because I don't want to show what sold. It's because my child is sick, or I am sick, or, you know, something like that. I want to be completely transparent and show you everything that is selling, and then hopefully give you as much data and information about it as possible. That way all of us can benefit from that. You can see what someone else is selling, and it kind of helps me to be aware of what I'm paying for stuff and what my profit margin is. So anyway, I love what I do. I love that I get to go shopping. I love that I get to provide a way for my kids to earn money because I pay them for the help they do. I love that I can contribute to the family income in some way. And I love learning about all the different cool things that come across my way, my table, my desk, in my truck. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really can't tell you how much it means to me every single day. People that watch our videos, it means a lot to me. And if you have gotten any benefit whatsoever, just drop a comment below. We would love to interact with you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, because not only does it help you, because our videos will show up in your feed, it does also actually help us. And it kind of lets us know that what we're doing is somebody likes it somewhere. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you do hit that thumbs up button. And if you didn't enjoy this video, go ahead and just hit the thumbs up button. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And make sure you tune in tomorrow to see what's sold today. Bye.